Hi, Lucas and Johan. This is your lesson. Rocks are used for building. As we've been learning, rocks are important to everyone, and we use many kinds of them for building and for making roads, making statues, for city parks, to make museums. So, we're going to learn a little more about that. For the vocabulary of the day, we have three words. One of them is artist, like someone that paints pictures or carves statues. Then we have the word marble. Marble is a type of rock, a hard limestone rock. And then polish. Polish means to make something smooth and shiny. Like, for example, if your mom or dad polish the floor or the table. Okay, so rocks can be really fun to gather. I don't know if you have ever done it, but it's really cool. Some of the rocks are called gems or precious stones. When you cut them, you can see their beauty and you can wear them as jewelry around your neck. Usually, kings and queens wear them in their crowns. And one of the most precious stone would be diamonds. Maybe your mom or dad have one in a ring and they could show you. The Bible even mentions precious stones. Um, the priest in the Bible had a breastplate. Imagine like a chest, like a type of uniform. And in that breastplate, they would have different gems, different stones, 12 for each tribe of Israel. People use stones in different ways too. For building. For example, we use them as steps, sometimes as steps in the front of your house, like a little stair. People use it to build fireplace, to build rock walls to mark the land. Usually, you don't see it in the city, but you see it more in the country. I've seen it here in Peru. For example, in Puno, you can see people making walls with rocks. We use them to make paths and sidewalks too, sometimes. Long time ago in the States, they used a piece of stone called slate to write their lessons with chalk, like a chalkboard. They would dig that stone, the slate, from quarries. Quarry is the place where a lot of rocks are and they dig it to get stones out. Stones have different minerals. We use those minerals to make different things like steel, cement, glass, and tar. So, yeah, we do need stones for building. Different rocks are used for different things. One of those things is marble. Marble is a rock that comes from limestone and it can be polished and made really beautiful. They can use it for statues, for jars, for tabletops. Sometimes you see that in the kitchen. Some kitchens are made of marble. They can use it for the floor, for the steps in fancy buildings. And even there's a place in the state where they build the faces of the presidents in a type of stone. But this time, that stone it's not called marble; it's called granite. Okay, so granite it's a rock that it's really strong and hard. Some offices and roads are made of it. They use it sometimes for park benches too, where you sit in the park. Some are made of wood, some are made of stone. That stone usually it's called granite, and they use it for seawalls. That's a wall that protects the people that live near the ocean from the waves, but not in Peru. In Peru, I've never seen those walls. Now, sedimentary rocks like limestone and sandstone, the ones that are made from the sediments of water, are used to are used to make the outside of some buildings like libraries or post offices. Sometimes you can see a little shell in that stone. Do you remember why? The reason would be because limestone it's made of a sediment and that sediment comes from water. Sometimes those sediments trap a little fish or a shell, and you can see it because that stone came from water and shells live in water. That would be it, guys. Any questions, just make sure to ask.